What if I told you that Ethiopia once ruled parts of Arabia? That nearly 1500 years ago, the mighty Axumite Empire launched a full-scale military invasion across the Red Sea, crushing an Arabian king and seizing control of Yemen. This wasn't just any war, it was a battle over faith, power, and one of the world's most strategic trade routes. Today we dive into the forgotten war that made Ethiopia an imperial power in the Middle East. To understand why Ethiopia invaded Yemen, we need to go back to the rise of Axum. By the 3rd century AD, the Kingdom of Axum, located in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, had grown into the world's, or one of the world's, most powerful empires. Controlling Red Sea trade routes, Axum served as the key link between the Roman Empire, India, and Africa. Gold, ivory, frankincense, and slaves poured into Axum's bustling ports of Adulis and Massawa, making its rulers extremely wealthy. By the 4th century, King Ezana embraced Christianity, making Axum one of the first officially Christian nations, even before many places in Europe. This religious shift would play a major role in Ethiopia's decision to go to war centuries later. And by the 6th century, Axum was a close ally of the Byzantine Empire, which also followed Christianity. But across the Red Sea in Yemen, a very different ruler had taken power, who saw Christianity as a threat. At this time, Yemen was ruled by the Himyarite Kingdom, led by the Jewish king named Dhu Nawas. While Judaism had been practiced in Arabia for centuries, Dhu Nawas saw Christianity as a dangerous and foreign influence, and in 523 AD, he launched a brutal campaign against the Christians in the city of Najran, massacring thousands. Survivors managed to escape and sent desperate pleas for help to both the Byzantine and Axum empires. The Byzantine Emperor Justin I wanted to respond, but with Persia threatening his empire in the north, he looked to his Ethiopian allies. The Axumite king, known by the name of Caleb, saw this as a divine duty. He swore to punish Dhu Nawas and restore Christian rule to Yemen. King Caleb didn't just send a small force, he launched one of Africa's largest military campaigns. Ethiopian sources suggest that the army that he assembled was around 70,000 men, including elite cavalry and war elephants. This invasion force was led by General Ariat, one of Caleb's most trusted commanders. Caleb's fleet, composed of large dhows and warships, sailed from the Axumite port of Abdulis and crossed the Red Sea into southern Arabia. They landed near the port city of modern-day Yemen, known as Mocha, and secured a beachhead before marching inland. The invasion was swift and brutal. Dhu Nawas, realizing he was outnumbered, tried to mount a defensive along the coastal roads leading to the Himyarite capital of Zafar. However, General Ariat outmaneuvered him, leading the Axumite army in a series of crushing battles. The Axumites landed Mocha, easily capturing the city and surrounding trade hubs. Ethiopian forces moved inland and meeting resistance near Taiz, where Himyarite cavalry launched a surprise attack. The Axumites held their ground, using their superior war elephants to break the enemy lines, and Dhu Nawas made his last stand in the capital of Zafar. But facing overwhelming numbers, his army crumbled. Seeing defeat was inevitable, Dhu Nawas attempted to escape, but he was either drowned in the Red Sea or was killed by his own men, and with their leader dead, the Himyarite Kingdom collapsed, and Axum took control of Yemen. After their victory, the Axumites established a Christian client state in Yemen. Caleb appointed Sumafa Ashwa, a pro-Axumite ruler, to govern the region. Ethiopia now controlled one of the most strategic locations in the world, connecting Africa, Arabia, and India. And for a short time, Axumite Yemen thrived, but cracks soon appeared. The local Arabian population resented foreign rule, and resistance movements formed. Eventually, an Axumite general named Abraha seized power, ruling Yemen independently while still maintaining Christianity. Caleb, disappointed with the unrest in Yemen, abdicated his throne and became a monk. Meanwhile, Abraha led his own wars, even launching an invasion of Mecca in 570 AD. This famous year is known and remembered as the Year of the Elephant, remembered in Islamic history. But over time, Axum's grip on Yemen weakened, and by the late 6th century, the Persians, followed by the rising Islamic Caliphate, took control of Yemen, and Axum lost its foothold in Arabia. And as Islamic expansion reshaped the world, Ethiopia found itself isolated from the Christian world.